Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Okay, let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why every fucking person is so bad to each other so fucking often. You can do anything. You can go anywhere. God's placed it all around us. It's in everything. Anything we can experience. People just need to change the way they look at those things. Money, power is an illusion. And I also know how important it is in life not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. To measure yourself at least once. To find yourself at least once in the most ancient of human conditions. I told you, we're going nowhere! No longer to be poisoned by civilization and fleas. He walks alone upon the land to become lost in the wild. Rather than love, than money, than faith, than fame, than fairness, give me truth. To call each thing by its right name. By its right name.
So you guys, did you enjoy the video?
Yeah.
Yep, nice.
Pretty good.
Very inspiring.
So we have 20 people here. I'm going to split us in 4 groups of 5 people. Okay?
Okay.
Let me do that. So before, let me send the question. Can you guys see the questions on the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to send it to the rooms, okay? If you have any question, just ask me. So, Milena, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. It's good to have you here. Can you
Yeah.
please introduce yourself?
Yeah, for sure. My name is Milena. I am from Brasilia. I'm 15 years old and I'm a sophomore year in high school.
That's great. Thank you. And you, Cristiano, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, I was muted. Hello, guys. It's been a while since I joined TNT. I think the last time was last year. Yeah. It's nice to see you, Natalie. Do you remember? Do you remember
Yeah,
me?
sure. I remember.
Okay, my name is Cristiano. I'm from Ceará. I'm from a small city called Eusébio. I'm a teacher. I'm a chemistry teacher, but I also have some classes in English this year. I'm 30 years old now, and that's it. I'm still on quarantine.
Yeah.
Good evening, guys.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much.
And you, Amanda, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Amanda. I'm from São Paulo. I'm quarantined, like Cristiano said too. And I'm 28 years old. I'm married. Let me see. I work with hospitality, with hotels. And I think that's it.
That's good. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
And you, Aline?
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I am Aline. I am 35 years old and I am an accountant and I have two boys and 5 dogs and 5 cats. So I love animals. And it is.
Thank you, Aline. Yeah, it's always good to have animals company. My name, I think I introduced myself in the beginning, but I'm Natalie. I'm the host every Monday at 7 p.m. It's a pleasure to be here every week. So, question number 1. Milene, can you read and answer the first question, please?
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever been backpacking? Is backpacking better than taking a package holiday? What are the advantages of backpacking? I should respond first.
Yeah.
I never have been backpacking, but I think it's cheaper and I think it's more fun because you're like you don't have anything planned, you just go with the flow. So I think it would be like a cool experience to have, and I would like to do it someday.
Yes, I hope you do because it's awesome. Thank you. And you, Cristiano? Can you answer this one?
I've never been like backpacking. Actually, I would try if I like, but I think I'm not comfortable with with like traveling alone. I know that backpacking you can do with a lot of people with you, like 3 or 2 friends. But one of the advantages that I think backpacking just gives you like a sense of freedom. So you can plan where you want to go. It's better than just like have a schedule. Have you just make your own journey. But I think in my case, it would be a very challenging. It would be very challenging for me to do this, just because I'm afraid of, like, I'm always thinking, oh, this is not gonna work. I like to plan things and just make sure that everything goes right, you know. And if you just travel like with no money, you just go. It's you just need to be very to have courageous, yes.
Yeah, we have to think a lot. And you, Amanda?
Yeah, guys, I agree with you because backpacking it's very cheap. So when you backpacking, I don't know how to explain this, but when you backpacking, you have, I think you have more opportunities to visit more places because you pay less, you spend less money, and I think you, for normal people, yeah, for normal people, we can visit more places. But I think I don't like this. I work with hotels, and I really like to be in a good hotel, and like Christian said, the plans everything and make all the to-do lists, and I like this. But have a lot of advantages to backpacking because not only about the price, but you make some friends in a hostel. It's really easy to make some friends and friends around the world. And I think this is the advantages.
Yes, I agree with you. You have, you can, you can meet people from everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
I think that I've been in hostels, and I'm kind of backpacking once in New Zealand, but I was with my friends, and we get a we got a camper van, and we we slept in there, and we cooked from with water from the lake. That was great. So question number two. Can you read and answer this one, Christian?
Yeah, sure. Just a sec. Number two, right?
Yes.
Is your country safe for women? Sorry. Is your country safe for women? Show wants to go for
Oh,
a
sorry, it was
backpacking trip.
a typing problem. I think
Yeah, it
the
happens.
yeah.
But I think I understood. I got it. What do you think when you see backpackers in your country? First of all, I've never met anyone like from another country just having this backpacking. So I can answer this. About Brazil, I think Brazil is not safe for anyone. Unfortunately, like even if you're a man or a woman, I think it's worse for women. It's worse for women, unfortunately. Uh, but like yeah, just because of the high risk of like being robbed, and you have everything that you brought with you, like your backpack, stolen. You know, no, it's not a good idea. But like if you have some friends, mm, maybe it helps. But if you don't have friends in Brazil, like if you are a Brazilian and you just want to have an adventure in Brazil, like okay, you can do it because you know how to speak Portuguese very well. Um, and but maybe you have some problems. I can guarantee.
Yes, I totally agree with you. It's it's not safe. And you, Amanda, what's your opinion?
Yeah, makes sense, yes, because here it's not safe for anyone, anybody, and but there are many people who backpacking here, especially in my city, around the Paulista Avenue. You know, guys, there are a lot of hostels, and we always see the people, some people traveling with the back with the backpack. Oh my God, backpack. And it's really nice because it works here, but I think for women it's not safe. Only how can I explain this? But if you have some friends, it's good. But if you stay alone, it's not so good because it's not safe. You must to understand the language and try to speak Portuguese because this is the can be a difference. And I think that's it.
Uh, uh, what, where are you from, Amanda?
São Paulo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you, Milena?
I don't think backpacking is like a safe kind of trip, in a general way, especially for women, and in Brazil, most of it, because I don't think Brazil is a safe country, as Cristiano said, but I don't know if I would do like a backpacking trip here in Brazil, but in another country, maybe. But as I said, I don't think it's safe here. And I don't think I ever saw someone doing like a backpacking here. But my dad, how can I say this? Like he bikes a lot, so he sees a lot of different people and people traveling like with their bikes, and that's all they have, like their bike and their backpack. So he tells me like different and funny stories about those people. Like they have like this free spirit. I think it's the spirit you have to do this kind of thing. So I think it's very interesting.
Yes. Actually, I met two girls that they were traveling here in Brazil. One was from Canada, and the other one was from Belgium, I guess. Yeah, and they were traveling around Brazil. And they went to my city. It's Garanhuns. It's a small city here in Pernambuco, and I got really surprised because a small city. That was funny. So hey, Junior, how are you? No, he's still connecting. Yeah. Hey, Junior, how are you? Can you hear me?
Maybe, yeah, maybe he's not listening.
Yes, I think
Yeah,
he's having problem.
probably.
So let's move to the question number 3. Can you read and answer this one, Amanda, please?
Yes. Is backpacking generally something for younger people? Do you think backpacking is done only by those with little money? It's a good question. I think generally is for younger people because about the money, yeah, normally the young people don't have a lot of money to spend, and I think this gives some new opportunities. But it's not only for young people. Everybody can backpacking around the world, but normally old people spend more money and try to be more safe and does not have the feeling of advantage. Yeah, and I think that is the difference. But it's for everybody.
Yes, I agree with you. Because sometimes, older people to be more comfortable.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Junior.
I think he's not listening. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, Cristiano, can you answer this one?
I was like, as I was reading the question, I thought my answer for the first one like would be no, but Amanda made me change my mind just because like I agree with her. It is especially for younger people because you just have to take some risks that I think that older people are not like they don't want to take. But it depends on your sense of spirit, your spirit of adventure, but mostly I think it's for youngers because you're just discovering the world. I'm getting older and older each day, and I just like think there are a lot of things I don't want to do right now just because I'm old. when you're older, you just think like, okay, I don't need to do this. Like I just it would be okay if I was younger. I think backpacking would be these these kind of things. Like if I were younger, I would do it. No, if I were young and single, like not having a family.
But you are not old, Christian.
Yeah.
I am. I'm 30. I'm already 30 years old. Yeah, I just look younger.
Yeah, that's true. It's better like this.
And you, Milena?
Now I'm not sure because you guys told like a good point of view. Someone is yelling here. And before I answer, I just wanted to say I'm sorry that I'm checking my phone because I brought up my best friend today and she's kind of nervous. So she's texting me and she's in another room. I'm in her. But I don't know. I think it's something for everyone because I don't know. Maybe this is a romanticized thought of me, but I think age is not something that stops you from doing things. So I think if you plan a trip that is more safer for you, I guess, I think it doesn't matter how old you are to do something like this because some people don't have this kind of opportunity when they are younger. So I think it's time for them to do things when they're older or when they want to. And what's the second question? Do you think that No, I think if you are rich, you can do it too. I think it's better if you have money. I'm not sure.
You just like send a helicopter to help you, in the jungle. You're just like, oh, George, here, please help me. That's okay. You can survive.
Yeah, if something's wrong, you just call your helicopter, your private security team.
Yes. That's true. So, let's move to the question number 4. Can you read and answer, Amanda? Question number 4.
Number 4. How do you think backpacking around the world would change a person? Wow. First of all, I think because about the friends, when you make friends around the world, you know more about other cultures, you respect more them, and you see the life in a different way. different scenarios. I think this is the most important thing about like backpacking. And when you, because you do not have a lot of commodities, not the commodities, but you maybe during the journey you have a lot of problems, and will this you will learn about this because you understand more. You think more about the money and how to use your things, and about violence, about safe. I don't know. I think this is a good experience for everybody. And when you stay alone too, because you have to do the things alone. You have to buy things and try to speak with different people, try to connect it. So I think there are a lot of challenges, and it's a really good experience.
Yes, you can, you have to do the things all in your own, like
Yeah,
cooking, cleaning. It's really good.
yeah, that's
And you, Milena?
Backpacking is something that I really enjoy, like this idea, because I think it's really related to adapting. Like you have to adapt to the place you are and adapt with the people and connect with them. So I think it's a really interesting like experience to have, and I think it definitely changes you a lot because you are living a life that you never lived before. I think you learn how to live with less things. Like you only have your backpack, so you have to learn how to enjoy the place and how to turn things into your favor, like how to use them. And I think it's like really good to, I would say, evolve, like grow as a person and learn how to be, I wouldn't say like more mature, but I think like live with less things and give more value to the things you already have. Like I think when you come back to a trip like this, you feel like more attached to your things, like your house. You give more value to them. I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. So yeah, that's it.
And you, Cristiano?
I totally agree with you all. And I was writing some things that you guys said. I thought it was interesting. But I think like every trip, every time you go abroad in a different culture, I think you grow a little bit. Like it's like you are like you just step out of your comfort zone, you know, and you start doing things by yourself. And like Amanda said, you need to get away to have food every day, especially if you don't have money. How are you gonna handle that? So I think that this experience might improve your survival skills a lot, you know, and like making friends from around the world. And it's a little bit different from a normal travel, a normal trip, like because you just, I think when you backpack, you just go to distant locations, you know, and you just get in contact with people that you might not get if you just like have a normal travel or you go to a hotspot in a city. So you just go to different cities and you like make contact with a lot of different people that is not in that famous city, you know, and they have a different mind, a different way to communicate. That's
Yeah, I think when you go to a backpacking trip, your mind is more open than when you go like to a trip where you're gonna stay in a hotel. I think your mind is already made up that you're gonna have to improvise and you're gonna meet a lot of people and you're gonna need help. So I think this is a good thing about backpacking.
Yeah, And in a normal travel, you just have a lot of expectation about that city. So you just decide, no, I'm going to New York because like everybody talks about New York. So
Yeah. Yes, guys. Um, Let me see. Question number 5.
Fine. Yeah.
Do you think backpackers are similar to hippies? What do you think, Amanda?
Wow, this is a good question. I think I never stopped to think about this. Uh, it's similar, yeah, but it's not the same. Depends the point of the view. But I think the meaning it's similar because hippies like to be free, um, and do not have money, a lot of money, but this is not like the backpacking people like to be free too. And about the money, we don't we do not have the certain, I don't know, 100% that it's about the money. No, like we said, guys, maybe a guy who has a lot of money can be backpacking trip, can do this. But I think it's more about the freedom. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I think being hippie, it's more like a lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, makes
And you, Milena?
I think backpacking is like a free trial of a hippie life. I don't know. These kind of people, they have like the same kind of um, thoughts. It's the same, almost the same concept. But I think hippie people, they have like, as you guys told, it's like their lifestyle. So it's something that is always there. It's not like it's news for them. But people who are backpacking is something they're trying. So I don't know. It's similar, but it's definitely not the same.
sense.
yeah, I think they have a similar philosophy. Just because like when you're backpacking, I think you normally just want to go to have a contact with nature, with the mother nature, and like okay, I think it's a little bit close to like being a hip, but I think like being a hip is more serious. You know, it's just like you live that way. It's not like you're just going around the world just for 1 month, 6 months. In somehow or some way, it's gonna end, and you just have to come back home. You know, and like being a hip is like hippie. I don't know. I'm just saying hip myself, but I think it's from hippie. How do you pronounce? I, don't, I
Yeah,
have no idea.
maybe
So
hippie is in Portuguese because
yeah,
we always say hippie.
it might be hippie. I don't know. That's it. That's what I think. It's just similar. The philosophy is similar.
Yes, I agree with you guys. Yeah, we are always saying hippie, but just the Brazilian accent. So, question number 6. Um, do you guys want to skip this question because we already answered in the beginning?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can be.
Question number 7. Who would you choose to go backpacking with? Amanda?
Wow. um, maybe my husband or a friend, closer friend. I think that's all because I never asked it to my mom, to my father, do something this like something do this with me because for them it's not a good idea. But I think maybe my husband and a close friend only.
Yes. I think you should invite him someday, when this quarantine finish,
Yeah.
it will be nice.
Yeah.
I would just invite like a crazy friend,
Mm.
someone that's always like, oh, let's do this, and someone that just, just come and say like good things and don't complain, and someone that you can trust very, very well, and someone that is not cheap. No, not cheap. Yeah, someone, especially if you have money. But I think like backpacking is when you don't have money, right? But can I
Yeah.
can I have money to? Can I go shopping if I backpack? Like, is there any rule? Like,
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You can do anything
oh, okay,
because you're
Yes.
free. So you can
go to the
do it.
shopping mall.
No.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
you are muted, Milena.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't saw it. It's my turn.
Yeah.
I really like it, this subject, because it really reminds me of my dad, because he really likes this kind of, like, he sometimes he said here that he's gonna become a hippie, so I think it reminds me of him. You do guys know like Chapada dos Veadeiros?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, so he always goes there, and he says that he wants to live there in the middle like of nowhere. So I think I would take him to a back trip with him, because I think he's this kind of person, with a free spirit, and he likes to be in the contact with the nature, and he knows how to survive in the middle of a forest, and I don't. So I think he will be like the perfect person to take with me.
Yes. And I think you should go to him to Chapada dos Veadeiros.
Yeah,
You really should go.
yeah, he's going in April. It's his birthday, so it's the first time I'm going with him. So I think it's gonna be really cool. We're going
Wow.
to.
Yes, and please share with us some pictures. I would take my crush because she's this kind of people. She's crazy, and she's like, how can I say non de vaca? So she doesn't want to spend so much money. I think it
Chip,
will be.
a chip person.
Yes, she's a cute person. Okay, let's move to the question number 8. Would you prefer to go on a 2-week luxury cruise or go backpacking for 6 months? Cristiano, would you choose?
It's so difficult. It's so difficult. I would just go to a luxury cruise. Like, so if you pay everything for me, I would just go. I'm afraid I'm a little bit like seasick. I'll just feel seasick.
Mhm.
But I'll go. Yeah, because you can you can drink, you can,
Yes,
that's it. CC, CC, and more C.
just have like, what's the name of that medicine for? Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Medicine.
Yes, when you get like
Yeah.
sick, Dramin.
Uh,
Dramin. Yeah.
I'll just sleep the
Oh,
whole trip if I have Jamin.
so just drink and eat and see the sea. And you, Amanda?
Wow. I prefer to go to the cruise, of course, because I don't like backpacking. I think it's not for me. I like do the things safely, and I like cruise. I had how can I explain this? How can I say this? I had two cruises. I traveled two times on a cruise.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's a good real experience.
I think it's so fancy.
Yeah, it's not so expensive, and it's all the day because it's all inclusive. Normally, all the ships are all inclusive, not with drinks, but I think it's cheap. I think it's cheap because you eat all the day, and you can eat all a different things, and you can visit some places. Depends the type of cruise, but I think I prefer the cruise. Yeah. But now I'm older then, and for now I think I prefer the cruise. Maybe in the
What?
past my opinion is
So,
different. No, no, no problem. I'm sorry.
what's the places you went when you
I
were in a cruise?
I how can I say this when you do it's not do cruise, but when you travel on a cruise, I traveled two times for the same place because the first time was uh, tourism, but the second time I was working. So I it, it's not my choice. Yeah, but I visit Argentina, Buenos Aires, Punta del Este, and Montevideo. It's a good experience, but I'm sick. I'm sick for one day. I don't know the name when you have to match time with drumming, but I'm sick one day because wow, the sea is very brave and and it's difficult to stay one day. But the other days, it's a really good experience. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. You have to
Um,
do, guys. You have to do.
yes, we have to do it. Let's
Yeah,
save money and travel.
yeah.
And you, Milena?
Um, I think if you guys asked me this question like 6 months ago, I would respond that I would like to go on a cruise because I like to have things planned, and like I think it would be like a safer choice. But I would say that I'm in a phase of my life that I want to try new things and like have this feeling of freedom, you know. So I think right now I would choose the backpacking trip, but I do want to go on a cruise someday because I think it's something like it's not fancy the world, but I think you guys get it like yeah, with the local face totally. I think going on a cruise is something like I always see in the movies, so I would like to try to.
Um, yes. And you, Cristiano? Oh,
I've already answered
okay.
the question.
So yes, I just like Milena. I almost 30, but I still with the local face. I think I would go backpacking for 6 months for sure.
And which country you guys choose if you can, of course.
Um, Europe. I would go to every place in Europe.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 9.
Oh my
Now
God.
we are
That
yes.
now I
So
the question. Sorry.
no problem. So Amanda, which places would you go? To a cruise or backpacking?
Europe. Yeah, I would like to visit some countries in Europe and maybe United States and Latin America. I think here there are many opportunities to backpacking to do a backpacking trip. Yeah. And Africa, I'd like to visit Africa too, one day in my life. Mhm.
And you, Milena?
Yeah, I think like you guys said, like Europe, but if I had to choose like one country, it would be New Zealand because I think it's
Mhm.
a country that is so interesting. Like they have a lot of nature and interesting things to visit, I guess. So it would be a place that I would really like to visit.
Yes. And you, Cristiano?
All these European places in the summer, I think I would go. But I definitely wouldn't go to places like Iran, Afghanistan, all this and in the in the Midwest. Yeah, that's it. Even United States and Canada, I think would be a good place to go, especially Canada, just because of the view, all the mountains you have there.
Yes, nice choice. So, guys, how was the conversation? Bruno Almeida.
It was nice, but at the same time sad because I would like to travel a lot and I can't. So this made me think about of great places I can't visit now. But the theme was awesome, and the guys was awesome as well.
Hey, Catherine, how was the conversation?
Hello, it was amazing. I started in a group and changed my group. I don't know what happened, but it was amazing.
Yes, it's good to meet new people.
Yes.
And you, Wollaston?
It was nice. I could learn a lot, and I could knew a lot of people, and I enjoy a lot, especially talking about a subject that I never talked about before. And for me, it was a good and amazing experience, especially meet other people that I never seen before. And for that reason, it's for me, it's very interesting. And I hope I will join these classes in other opportunities. Thank you.
And let me ask you, would you go backpacking?
Nope, because I prefer to stay in a 5-star hotel.
He's fancy.
I'm a wealthy person.
Yeah. And you, Lara?
I loved backpacking. I have backpacking in Europe and in the Northeast in Brazil. It's complicated, but the experience is super enough.
How many time do you spend there in Europe?
In Europe, it was during my interchange, but in Northeast it was 1 month.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Let me see. João Paulo.
I would love to backpack, though I've never gone on a trip like that.
Is there a place that you really want to go?
I don't know. Perhaps across Europe.
Yes. Let me see. Omar, how was the conversation?
It was very great. I meet people. They were very kind and were very friendly. At first, as I said, I was feared that or worried that they maybe can't understand me because actually my mother language is Arabic, but the conversation was amazing. We can understand each other, and we also have fun in this conversation. So it was amazing.
Oh, that's really good to hear. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And you, Marcos Vitor, how was the conversation?
Hey guys, and actually, I would like to ever think about this subtitle because I love to travel. I love to travel. It's like to travel volunteer. This math, and I'm not to make yet, but everyone try to this method one day in your life. But in the next year, I would like to try to make one cruise ship or to work on cruise ship.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When you get there, send some pictures to us, okay?
Okay.
So, guys, we're going to finish now. I really enjoyed being with you tonight. I hope you come more times. And please don't forget to answer the feedback, okay?
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Have a
Nice
great
to meet
week.
you
Bye,
guys.
guys. Have a nice week.
See you later.
Bye.